In Connecticut, you don't always have to go to a polling place to cast your vote. You can vote by absentee ballot, but you must apply for one ahead of time.
Connecticut's very restrictive with absentee ballots. The state constitution restricts us to absentee ballots only for those who are actually out of town on that day.
You can get the application by visiting, calling, or writing your town clerk. Perhaps the easiest option is downloading it from the Secretary of the State's website. You'll qualify if you can't be at your polling place for one of 6 reasons: if you'll be absent from town during all voting hours, if you're in active service with the armed forces, if your religious beliefs prevent secular activities on Election Day, if you're serving as an election official away from your polling place, if you are ill, or in cases of disability, which may make you eligible for permanent absentee status.
So what you can do is, with a doctor's note, you send that doctor's note to the town clerk, and the town clerk marks you as permanently absentee. And what that means is, instead of having to apply every time throughout the year for every primary and every election and every referendum, then the ballot is automatically sent to you throughout the year.
Absentee ballots become available 31 days before a general election, 21 days before a primary election, and 19 days before a referendum. If your application is received after those dates, your ballot will be mailed to you as soon as your application is processed. Fill out the ballot just as you would at a polling place. Be sure to follow the instructions for returning it.
You put it in a special envelope that goes within another envelope, so that the trick is to maintain the privacy of the voter.
Your ballot must arrive no later than 8 p.m. on Election Day. So if you're out of town, or especially if you're overseas, be sure to allow enough time for your ballot to arrive by mail.
That ballot has to be back by Election Day. It's not good enough to be postmarked by Election Day. It's not going to count. It has to be received by 8 p.m.
So you can vote if you're out of town. You can even register to vote right on your smartphone. It's really very easy these days, but it wasn't always that way. Other Americans fought, suffered, and died for your right to vote. So we encourage you to use that right to vote. It's where democracy begins. I'm Diane Smith for the Connecticut Network.